right? So sometimes you may have distractions which might prevent your employees or your audiences to pay attention to the messages. What can be the distractions? What kind of distractions do you think there may be when you are communicating with the peoples? When you are thinking about a new employee process, the people, what kind of distractions people will have? Think. When you are listening to the peoples, what distractions are there? Why you are not able to listen, or why you are not able to pay attention to the message?
Not relevant to them.
Maybe it's not relevant for you, means that your attention is somewhere else. Maybe you are thinking about something else. Maybe you are busy and the management meeting is there and you want to finish your month end closing if you are in finance. So what will you think? In the meeting you will think about your month end closing, not about the message that is being displayed, right? That is a human nature, that's normal. It happens all the time. Maybe your relatives are sick and you want to go to the hospital, but there is an urgent meeting in the office that you need to attend. There is a distraction, right? You will not be able to pay attention to anything because you need to go back to office, or you need to go back to your relatives to see them in the hospital, right? So there may be uncontrollable distractions. What other barriers may prevent success? So people may not agree to your ideas, but they may not be saying. So there will not be 100% effort from them. Do we have inadequate time to initiate and complete the strategy? Sometimes we are very late in communication. Do we have enough resources? Money, manpower, other efforts, right? Who may dislike the message you are delivering? There may be peoples. Are you sure that whenever you are delivering a message, 100% of the people will accept? There will some peoples who may not accept. So do you know who are the peoples who will not accept your message? So you need to understand in advance who are the people who will oppose. Definitely, right? Like a government, political parties, when they want to do a new policy, they know the opposition definitely will oppose. Just because they want to oppose, they will oppose. So how you tackle them? You need to have a strategy to make sure that you are taking care of those oppositions first before you deliver the message, or you want to talk to them first. Can you craft the message to overcome their objections? Maybe you want to add some of their concerns into the message itself to address, right? So you need to understand who will be the party to which will be supporting you, who will be the peoples who are against the message, and who are the neutral peoples. So yesterday we discussed, right, 3 type of audiences. Those who are already influenced, so you need to use them to your advantage, make them your advocates to spread out the message, right? Some peoples are neutral. They may be interested, but they may be good enough, they may positively be accepting your invoice, but at the moment they are not interested, or they don't understand, correct? So you need to persuade them, hey, come to or just attract them to your message, just explain them the benefit and they may come. Then there are people who are going to be your opposition. So those you need to persuade deliberately to see how you can collaborate with them, correct? You cannot ignore the peoples because it will create frictions in the communication system. Okay, so success will depend on what will be the success. What will define your success? What measures you will make sure to ensure that your strategy is working? So you need to understand, correct? Maybe you want to know how many people are changing. Maybe you want to see how many people are subscribing to your CSR programs. Maybe you want to see how many people, maybe in employee survey, how many people are happy with the change of the benefits. So you need to devise some success measures by which you can see your strategy is working or not working, and what are the potential consequences if the messages are not effective, right? Yesterday we discussed about plan B. What if your strategy fails? What will happen? What are the potential consequences if you don't have a communication strategy at all? You need to also understand the worst case scenario. What if I don't have a strategy, right? First you need to analyze and then act. Agree upon key messages that address the standout comments or messages, and then close 3 to 5 on which we need to focus in one period, at one point of time. So you need to address many messages who may be important, and then you finalize only one of them. Formulate prioritize actions. So you can make a formulation of the which one need to prioritize, how you are going to who is going to be responsible for these acts, and by when they need to deliver the message, right? Or by when they need to finish the task, and then develop or maintain a timeline. So that was the normal thing. Establish measurement metrics. So